Chapter 2. Mirabel and I ran down to the stairs and into the kitchen where Mom, Dad, and my little sister, Baby Honey Blossom, were waiting to start their evening breakfast. There was a big cake with pink icing in the middle of the table, made especially for Mirabel. "There you are," said Mom. "You look wet," remarked Dad, glancing worriedly towards the window. "It is raining?" "I do hope not. I couldn't bear getting my hair messed when I go for my night flight." "It's not raining," said Mom, looking up us at questioningly. She waved her wand so that our clothes magically became dry again. "Thank goodness for that," said Dad, taking a sip of his red juice. Dad only ever drinks red juice. It's a vampire thing. "I hope you two haven't been making a mess upstairs," said Mom as she started to cut the cakes. I began thinking about the crushed lights and the water had got sloshed all over my bedroom floor. "Of course not," said Mirabel sweetly as we sat down at the table together. "The cake looks delicious, Aunt Cordelia." "Thank you," beamed Mom. "It's carrot cake." "Oh, Pink Rabbit's favorite," said Dad with a wink. Pink Rabbit couldn't really eat the food, but he likes to pretend. "Where's Pink Rabbit?" asked Mom, looking around suspiciously. It's not very unlike him to miss the cake. I felt my face go hot. "He's napping," said Mirabel quickly. "Ah, yes," nodded Dad, knuckled gravely. "He's got a big day coming up tomorrow. He needs his beauty sleeps." "Tomorrow?" I said. "What is happening tomorrow?" And then I remembered. It was a bring your pet to school today. "Don't tell you my forgotten," said Dad. "You have been looking for us to eat for weeks. Pink Rabbit been practicing tricks to show today in the class," said Mom to Mirabel proudly. "He's been getting very good at jiggling." "But I thought you took Pink Rabbit to school with every day." "Anyway," said Mirabel, confused, "your class will have seen him already." "Yes," I said, "but I promised him he could come, my special pet, and the class wouldn't have seen his tricks." "I see," said Mirabel, not seeming like she didn't at all. Her eyes glittered dangerously, and she munched on her sandwich. After breakfast, we raced back upstairs to my bedroom. Please let Pink Rabbit in its normal size again," I whispered as I opened my door. But Pink Rabbit was still tiny. He was bouncing the slides up and down, and lumps that bumped my quilt. To him, they were like the mountains. "Oh no," I wailed. "What if he's still like this tomorrow? I couldn't bring him to the school. He might get lost." "Well," said Mirabel, "I had an idea." "What idea?" I asked. I was starting to feel a little bit worried of Mirabel's ideas. "How about taking a different pet into your school tomorrow? I think make you up an amazing pet. Something no one will have seen before. Something really cool, like a dragon. Everyone would be so impressed." I began. "Oh, go on," wailed Mirabel. "Let me do it. I could be awesome." I don't think so," I said. "It's too dangerous." "Well, if it sets fire in the school." "It wouldn't," promised Mirabel. "I would make one that didn't breathe fire. just stars and glitters. Oh, please, let's do it. I could just make a cute little baby one. Well, maybe, I said, sorry to feel tempted by the idea. Just a little one. That night, after Mom, Dad, and Honey Blossom were in bed, and Dad had gone out on his night fly, Mirabel got out her traveling potions kit again. We sat down in the dark, and I used my wand as a torch. She could see that she was doing. Into the cartoon, there was an ingredients of pastel, a pinch of stardust, a sparkling of dragon scales, a dash of glitter, and a handful of dried flower petals. Mirabel had some strange-sounding words and gave a potion the stare. We both peeled into the watch and mixture twinkled into the wand lights. Just wait, whispered Mirabel, and watch. The mixture began to stroll around all its own. Round and round it went until, in its shapes, grew a tail and then legs or feet crawls. Look at its wings, breathed Mirabel. We both watched as the tiny little dragon took shape. Oh, it's so cute, I said. Mirabel reached into the cartoon and stuck in her wand hand. The dragon nuzzled into her fingers and squeaked. You just need to stroke it, advised Mirabel. It's only a baby. It needs to be comforted. She picked up the dragon on my lap, and she jumped on my bed in her own. Good night, Isadora. She yawned, and she lay down. I closed her eyes, fell asleep, and started snoring. I put the dragon carefully under my quilt and then snuggled down next to the bed. It felt strange to be the dragon where instead of Pink Rabbit. I had put Pink Rabbit on the little matchbox bed and on my bedside table. I didn't want to accidentally roll on top of it at the night when he was so tiny. I just dropping on my sleep went squeak, squeak, squeak. I opened one eye. Squeak, squeak, squeak. The dragon wanted comforting. I reached up and patted his sleepy on my head. Now you settle down, I whispered. I have school tomorrow. The dragon crawled up and I lay back down to sleep. My eyes started to close and my mind started to drift away in the grumbling one. Squeak! 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 I sat up in bed. Shh! I whispered hurriedly, patting the dragon on my hands again and stroking the little wings. I was worried that might make Mom and Honey Blossom. The dragon stopped squeaking and I lay back in my bed. By the time I finally got to sleep in very past midnight, I still felt tired when I woke up at the next morning. Rise and shine, Isadora, said Mirabel, leaping out of the bed and looking fresh in the daisy. Where's the dragon? I rolled over and peered at her through the sleepy eyes. What dragon? I said. Then I remembered. The dragon! Immediately, I sat bolt up right the bed and looked around. The dragon has disappeared from my bed, and there was a trail of stars and glitter running all my way towards my bedroom door. Together we followed the trail downstairs into the kitchen. Do you know anything about this? Mom asked, pointing at the glittery, starry floor. Well, I began to explain. No, said Mirabel. We wouldn't. We have been sleeping soundly all night. She gave my mom a sweet smile and gave down the breakfast table. I went to sit next to her, but I couldn't relax. I felt gently at the neither of us and had told her to us. Evening! Called Dad shortly as he came back to the house from his night flying. I mean, morning, sorry. I heard them taking off his cape into the hallway, and I heard, What's this? He asked, coming into the kitchen and holding his slippers after a finger and thumb. Glittery slime was dropping on the toes. Oh no, I thought. Something sobby on my slippers, said Dad, horrified. I can't never wear this again. I could possibly wear slippers that it is has sobby one. What sort of vampire could make me? One that cares about the environment, said Mom, tapping on her wand so that the slime disappeared. Don't throw it there. Dad will be very watchful. I hear Mirabel giggled from behind her toast, but I didn't find the Dad's sobered on the slippers very funny. I was too worried about finding the dragons. Mom started to hurt at Mirabel and me. There's something shyly going on, she said. I think you two have something about it. We don't, said Mirabel. Don't we, Isadora? I said I didn't want to lie on Mom, but I also didn't want to look bad in front of Mirabel. I think Honey Blossom must have dripped on Dad's slippers, I said quickly, and I saw her at the pocket of squeezing yesterday. She had sprinkled them all over the floor. Yes, agreed Mirabel, nodding. Mom frowned. What about Pink Rabbit? She asked. He's missing again. He's in my bed, I said thoughtfully. Getting ready for a big day, lied Mirabel. He's just his best waistcoat to wear. Said Mirabel. I chewed slowly my piece of toast, but it is touching the cardboard. I'm going to go to the school, ready for school, I said, hopping on my chair and scudded out from the kitchen. Where could the big dragon be? Stairs and glitters were everywhere. I searched on the downstairs bedroom and a great hall, the grand dining room, and the sitting room, but the dragon was nowhere to be found. I made my way back to my bedroom, and there was a dragon. It was sitting crawled on my bed and puffed out clouds of stars and glitter into the air. It also times the size in last night. It's huge, I wailed to Mirabel. You said it would be a small one. Well, I meant it first, explained Mirabel. It's a magic dragon. You see, it will only last a day, and then disappeared. She looked at the clock on my wall. It's probably teenager now. Teenager? I squeaked. I couldn't take a teenager dragon to school. Of course you can, instead Mirabel, or your friend will be amazed. I supposed, I said, walking to my workboard to taking a nice school uniform. But I wish you were coming too. I don't know. I'm going to look after my own. You'll be fine, said Mirabel briskly, and there was no way I'm coming to school with your day. Not on my health drum. Just relax, Isadora. Okay, I sighed, wishing that my school and the health drum too, which schools and humans school are different holidays. I choose my human school even thought it's a vampire fairy. I tried to look hard to relax, and I put on my school uniform and kissed Pink Rabbit goodbye on the top of his miniature hat. Then I was ready to my dress gone and crawled and tied it round onto the dragon's neck into the make-a-let. No, I just got into the dragon out of the house when Mom and Dad see me, I said. Easy, said Mirabel. You can fly out in your bedroom window. It's got wings too, remember? I told you, Mom, Dad, you were running late into the school today, and I had to rush. I told them Pink Rabbit was having trouble deciding which waistcoat to wear. Pink Rabbit shook his head crossly at Mirabel from the bedside table. No, don't blame to Pink Rabbit, I said hurriedly. Poor Pink Rabbit. I took my end of the dressing gown cord and then led onto the dragon towards the window. Goodbye, said Mirabel cheerfully as I stepped down to the window and into the air and flapped my wings. I gave a tug of lead and dragons followed, leaping out into the morning sunshine. It felt strange to be without Pink Rabbit, and I felt a bit sad that I hadn't said goodbye to Mom and Dad, but I didn't know what else to do.